Clearly, Serkis has Tom's seal of approval. But what does it mean? Could it be that the actor's just showing his support? Or is he pretty much telling us fans that Andy's on board? Hey guys, welcome back to the Binger. Venom 2 has officially been confirmed. But what do we know about the hotly anticipated sequel? Information is leaking out thick and fast, so join us as we go over everything we know so far about Eddie Brock's next adventure. Hang on tight. Critics were divided over Venom, but that hasn't stopped Sony from going in for round 2. So what's the deal? Let's take a look. It's been heavily rumored that Sony has been taking a slew of meetings to get the project off the ground. While there are apparently a couple of potential directors in the mix, one stands out above all the rest of them. It's Gollum himself, Mr. Andy Serkis. Andy is primarily known as an actor, and a darn good one at that. He's had key parts in The Lord of the Rings, Planet of the Apes, The Last Jedi, and Black Panther. You gotta admit, he's kind of a big deal. However, acting isn't Andy's only talent. The 55-year-old is also a dab hand at directing. Not many people realize that Serkis served as the second director on the Hobbit trilogy. After that, he directed Breathe and Mowgli Legend of the Jungle, all by himself. This guy is so supremely talented that honestly, there's no one better for the job. There's no official word from Andy's camp just yet, but he reportedly flew to LA to sit down with the bigwigs. If that wasn't a large enough sign, Tom Hardy took to his Instagram page to post a black and white candid of Serkis. In the caption, there was an ace and a fire emoji. Clearly, Serkis has Tom's seal of approval. But what does it mean? Could it be that the actor's just showing his support? Or is he pretty much telling us fans that Andy's on board? Hardy isn't one for posting to Instagram regularly, so when he does post, it usually means something. Watch this space, but we put our money on Serkis getting behind the camera, and who knows, he might even get in front of the camera for a spell. Tom Hardy is arguably one of the best actors out there. He's got the ability to duck and dive into roles like he was born to play them. Unfortunately, his performance in the first movie, it fell short for a lot of Marvel fans. However, there were just as many people out there who absolutely adored him. Regardless of which camp you're in, you have to admit that he gave the role of Eddie Brock his all. Given his star quality and association with the role, it's a given that Tom's going to return to the character. Producer Amy Pascal told Fandango that there is simply no one else that could do the part justice. I can say that Tom Hardy will be back, magnificently playing that character as no one else can. When you think of Venom, you'll never be able to think of anyone but Tom Hardy sitting in that bathtub full of lobsters, said Pascal. According to her, all bets were off as soon as Tom auditioned for the part in the first place. No one else stood a chance. One of the most brilliant parts of Venom was the fleeting introduction of convicted criminal Cletus Cassidy. You can stick Woody Harrelson in any movie and the dude is gonna light up the screen like no other. When it comes to playing creepy but weirdly likable characters, Harrelson is unmatched. In the first movie, a mid-credit scene shows Brock interviewing Cassidy in prison. Interestingly, the character says,
"When I get out of here, and I will, there's gonna be carnage."
If there's one thing that we know about mid-credit scenes, it's that they're not really subtle hints. They're huge promises of things to come. In this case, it's the dawn of one of Venom's biggest foes, Carnage. While there's no official confirmation that Woody or the character will be back, it just fits. Fans would love to see how things would go down between Venom and Carnage. He's such a staple in the comics that it would almost be rude not to include him in some way. Who doesn't want to see a deranged maniac with no moral compass wreaking havoc? Ooh, that's a big fat yes from us. Tom Holland is certainly making waves in the MCU with Spider-Man, so will we see him in Venom 2? Considering the close connection between Venom and our favorite web-slinger, it could happen. Director Ruben Fleischer did hint at a possible cameo from Spidey when asked previously. According to him, there's no telling who Venom could run across. That's interesting. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige also likes the idea of having Holland appear. He admitted that the cameo seems likely at some point. Whether that means it's in this movie or another Venom movie further down the line is anyone's guess though. Amy Pascal also reacted positively to the suggestion, although seemed to laugh off the question. "We have big plans for Tom Holland to be part of everything. Every movie we do. He needs to be in every movie that I ever work on," said Pascal. Now, is it just us, or does that seem like a hugely panicked, "I'm not supposed to be talking about this right now" type of reaction? Pascal could need to work on her game face, or she may risk letting the spider out of the web. The million-dollar question on everyone's mind is, when will Venom 2 hit theaters? There hasn't been an announcement about that yet, but there is a big clue. Sony has an untitled Sony Marvel sequel on their schedule for October 2nd, 2020. Given that the first Venom movie was released on October 5th, 2018, that date seems to fit incredibly well. That would mean that production would need to start, well, as soon as possible. See, the thing is, these big budget superhero movies, they take some time to film, but then you have all the CGI and editing to wrap it up. Rome wasn't built in a day, but a movie can be put together and released in a year and a half. Sit tight, Venom fans. It won't be long before we're looking at that beautiful toothy grin once again. Are you as excited for Venom 2 as we are? Sound off in the comment section down below. Before you go, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a nice big thumbs up. Until next time, Marvel fans, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.